Anna, it's good to see you again. How are you?
Yes, you too, Armando. Hi.
Long time no see.
Yeah, it's been 30 seconds.
You still enjoying Puerto Vallarta? I see, and
Very much so.
the weather is beautiful right now. Yeah.
I don't have anything to say about that. I don't want to rub it in.
Uh, yeah. Okay. You're nice. Thank you. Thank you. Because well, today is not that bad. It was a nice day, but of course, nothing to compare to. Next week we are supposed to be 9 below 0 in some parts. Yeah, I know. 9 below 0 is what? About
No.
I don't know what, like 20 some Fahrenheit. So it's gonna be.
Wow.
But the problem right now is um, the energy situation in Germany because
Mm-hmm.
of these the war
The war.
and the oil uh, dilemma.
Yes.
And there's a
Yep.
lot of things going on. I mean, it's just messy, messy, messy. Um, so there are talks, or people are worried that we will have blackouts during winter. Can you imagine? With the Michigan kind of weather and without electricity to get your
Heat.
furnace going on. So
Uh,
I know.
that that
So
that's heartbreaking because we
yeah,
don't I mean, I guess being here, we live in a bubble. So it's so different.
I
And
know.
I know right now, they're having the celebration of the Virgin Mary of Guadalupe
Oh
is going
yes,
on for
yeah,
12 days. You know
right.
that.
Mhm.
So we call it the 12 days of Christmas. And I just went the day before yesterday, and they had a big parade, and it kind of reminded me of New Orleans.
No, yeah,
New Orleans, we say New Orleans, New
New
Orleans.
Orleans.
And we were sitting up on the corner in this restaurant on the balcony and watching
Mm,
just hundreds and hundreds of people in this parade, and these children in these beautiful costumes and dancers, and in celebration of the Virgin Mary. And it was such a beautiful tradition that they do, and I was so happy to be there and be just a small, spectator. We went into the church, and I got to see, I mean, because they celebrate, like they carry the parade right into the church, and this is huge, beautiful cathedral in town.
mm,
And oh, it was so lovely to be a part of that. And so because I've been wanting to go to that church
mhm,
since I moved here.
mhm,
So being able to do that at an evening where it was a huge celebration, in addition
mm.
to mass, or just going to give thanks or whatnot. And they brought offerings, and oh, it was really, really something. So I was glad to be able to do that. And I know Christmas here is really big.
Yeah,
So there will be a lot of
I
celebrations.
know. It's like you. I mean, you're fortunate really because that how things are moving here. It's just like,
Yeah,
and you know the backstory. I mean, it's just like
yeah, yeah.
it's hard, but things are looking okay right now. So
On the opposite end, I have no tree. I have no decorations.
oh
My
no.
That's okay. My friend's going to donate some stuff to me because her
Oh, okay.
friends are coming down for a couple weeks of vacation, and she goes,
Mhm.
here's their stuff. She's riding around with the back of her car. Here's all of their things, that because they're not staying through the holidays, they're only
Oh,
coming down for a couple of weeks. But I said, oh, well, that's perfect, because I don't want to go out and buy a bunch of things. I live in a very
yeah,
tiny place.
right.
So but these things were small enough. I thought, well, that's perfect. But it's really not about that for me. I love to go look at the decorations, but it's about more of the spirit.
Right.
So for me at this point in my life, living thousands of miles away from your family, the gifts have that ship sailed. It's hard to get packages out of here. And
Mm.
so I I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go. I'd rather just go and join a celebration with my friends, and FaceTime my family. So, we'll do something, it'll be fun.
Well, it will be fun. It will be
Yeah.
great. Well, Anna, today before we get going with or we get started with food and things like that, I don't want to go into that subject. I need to uh, change directions and
Okay.
talk about something more life coaching,
Okay.
which
Let's do it.
which is a good thing also, right? But I have something for you, something different this
Okay.
time, and and this is how it's going to work, because everyone, by the way, to all of our viewers, as you know, Anna is with me, is my co-host and this live talk every week, and the people love you, Anna. They love what you have to say, and I really appreciate that you are collaborating with me in these talks,
Thank
because
you.
you know it's always a joy, and there are much to talk about, right? But for our viewers, just a reminder, Anna's contact information is in the description box. If you're interested in her services as life coach in the area, help me out. And well, it's not only mindset, but you,
It's mindset and general life coaching, but I'm really starting to focus too on even doing bariatric coaching.
right,
So for people who, are in that mindset, or struggling in
right,
that area of their life, whether they decide to, have a surgery or no surgery, but it's a real struggle for a lot of people.
for a lot of people, right,
And I do have experience in that. So
right,
that's really, something that is becoming in the forefront because it's cropping up. I see it here now more in person than even, in addition to the virtual. And
right.
so I thought, okay, this is my time. I need to step up and fill
Right.
this gap for some of the people that I
So
know.
you do it, of course, live where you are, but also online and
Hmm.
through, you know, I mean, well, today we have all sorts of tools to our
Yep.
disposal, you know, Zoom, Teams, telephone,
Yep.
Skype, whatever, you know, you can do that.
Yep. Absolutely.
That's wonderful. So Anna's description, contact information is in the description box. So if you want to get in touch with her, please do that. She will be happy to hear from you, right, Anna?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, I have we questions, and this is the way it's going to work. You only have about 1 minute,
Okay.
maybe 45 seconds. You have about 45 seconds to answer this question, right?
Okay.
And and we'll start with the first one. All right.
Okay.
So I'm going to play that as if I am your what do you call it, your client, and then
Oh
you're going
boy.
to try to give me, you know, like a general, you know, type of answer
Okay.
to motivate me, to get me thinking on this, right?
Okay.
So Anna, I I am stuck a little bit, you know. I'm not motivated. I mean, I know what I want to go, but it seems that I don't have the motivation to keep going. What can I
Mm.
do?
Well, there's a few things that I would say. The first thing is, um, let's revisit what the goal is.
Hmm.
What is it that you wanted to achieve to begin with?
Hmm.
Whether you've started on the path or you're just thinking about starting on the path, what is it that you want to do? That's your big goal out here, right? And then the biggest thing, once we identify the goal, well, then let's bring it back to, and why is it that you want to achieve this? I think we start with the end in sight, with what the end result is, but then we have to go back to the why. Why do
Hmm.
you want it? Why is this important to you? What's going to be different in your life once you achieve this? So it goes back to the whole reason that you are thinking about this journey or you've embarked on this journey and then you got stuck, maybe caught in the weeds, as I like to say, and you can't find your way out right now. So you have maybe analysis paralysis or whatever reason you got sidetracked. So let's take it all the way back to why did I want to do this to begin with?
Hmm.
And then we can kind of sort it out from there.
All right, that's a good starting point. Um, not bad, not bad. I think we had to talk. That's
How
good.
did I
Okay.
do? I got that in 45 seconds. Look at me go, Alex Trebek.
Oh my goodness, that's good. That's good. I'm keeping track. Okay, that's a good one. Um, I have another one. Uh, how can I reconcile? I have a big goal in my life, but I noticed that there are, I lack certain abilities uh, to achieve that desire goal, and I don't know what to do.
Oh boy. And then people thought I was such a nice person. Here's the thing. Let's just let's just be realistic. If you
Uh-oh.
have a goal that does not match up with your actual ability to achieve the goal, you either need to change the goal
Hmm.
or because okay, we have to be careful saying you need to. You may want to consider changing the goal
Okay, okay, okay,
or or increase your a level of ability to achieve that goal. If it's
okay,
something that is so important to you that you cannot imagine not achieving this in your lifetime, then let's see what we can do about working to increase the level of ability so then they match up.
okay,
And I've told you this before. I just think it's not the smartest person who achieves their goals or who's super successful in life. It's the person that's willing to put in the work.
okay,
So, and a lot of skills that we need to achieve certain things in life, they're doable. And then it comes back to your coaching, which is tiny habits coaching, which is what you
right,
do.
right,
And so it's sometimes it's taking those baby bites until we stack this on top of each other. We all have to start someplace.
right,
So I
okay,
think, but I mean, let's just be realistic. You either have to change the goal to fit your current ability or an achievable ability, or you're gonna have to be willing to put in the work. There's no shortcut,
so
Armando.
so I
People
cannot
want a
have
shortcut.
my cake and eat it too.
Eventually,
Eventually, okay.
eventually when you match your skill set
All
with
right.
your goals.
Touche, touche. Okay, good. All right. Well, I'm looking at the clock, and
Okay.
so you just mentioned habits, and we know how important habits are. Like good
Mhm.
habits in our lives that will help us to keep moving and coming close to achieving our goals, right? So I'm going to give you uh, uh, about 45 seconds to describe three of your main positive habits. Positive habits that you do regular, whether that is daily, weekly, or whatever, but you can identify as good habits that has helped you to achieve your goals. On go.
Um, the first thing that came to mind when you said that was finding time to give gratitude.
Okay.
That's a really big one because it sets my mindset and the tone of my day. When I get up in the morning, I give gratitude before I even get out of bed.
Okay.
And then, my fur baby, he comes over and he'll snuggle with me. And so that's something I do every morning. And I talk to him, which is always a warm, positive experience. So I start my
Okay.
day like that. I
Okay.
also end my day like that.
All right.
Before I go to bed, the last thing I do is give thanks. And
Okay.
I will say, okay, what was the best part of my day?
Hmm.
And I sometimes say it out loud or I think it in my head. And then I have to pick one thing that was the best part of that day, even if it was a crummy day.
Hmm.
Okay, fine. Still, the best part of that crummy day was fill in the blank. And then I just say, thank you, thank you, thank you, God.
Oh, okay.
That's how I end my day. And then I go to sleep.
Okay. That's your
That's
first habit. Okay.
one.
That's one.
Second one that I would say, I find time in my day to disconnect. I am an extroverted introvert, so I like spending time by myself. So I put on music. I have those Dr. Dre beats. I put my headphones on and
Yeah.
I have hundreds of songs on my playlist. And I will
Hmm.
usually lay down and I will close my eyes and I will go into myself and I will have that time for music. Now, when I'm working out, which is the third one, which I love to do, that is also a time for me to connect to my music. There's something, the music will put me in a certain state of mind, whether it's, give me energy and excitement, or it will calm me down. But either way, it is an escape for me. And
Okay.
that's how one of the ways I deal with stress.
Well, Anna, thank you very, very, very much. Those are your three of your regular habits that help you to achieve your goal. So that's beautiful. And to our audience, or for our audience, um, we would like to know, I mean, what kind of habits do you practice, right, Anna? That would be interesting to know.
I
Um,
would love that.
yeah, I mean, there are tons, there are thousands of habits that might help you to achieve what you want in life. So just send us your comments and
Questions. Send us your questions
yeah,
too that you'd like to address or that you'd like to have discussion on. I think it's
yes.
very helpful and it's fun for us.
Yes, of course. That's a very good point. Thank you very, very much. And please don't forget, if you want to get in touch with Anna in regard to her coaching services, her contact information is in the description box. I always enjoy talking to Anna. That's a privilege that I have, So, but you can have that privilege too. Just get in touch with us, right?
Thanks, Armando.
It's always a joy working with you, and we'll be back next week. We have a very interesting topic. It's a top secret. We will not say what that is. You have to tune in to find out what that is. But until then, Anna, we wish our viewers a successful and blessed day, right?
Yes.
All right.
Thank you so much. Bye. Thank you, Armando.
Thank you. Bye-bye.